first talk about this because
We
it was the
got
news.
to.
That it was announced today that all of the speculation that everyone has been talking about buying the rights to Raw have basically been wrong, because I do not remember, and I might be just forgetting, but I do not remember Netflix being in the conversation at all. I
No,
don't
I
I
don't
don't
remember
remember
talking about
anyone
Netflix.
reporting on it being Netflix. We heard about like NBC because of Peacock. We heard about Disney because of like ESPN. I forget what else we've heard, but there's like all these other ones. Amazon, I think, was in the conversation.
Yeah, I remember Prime being in
Hmm.
there.
And so now, Raw is going to Netflix in 2025. Signed a 10-year deal for upwards of $5 billion. But then more details came out and said that Netflix has the right to opt out after 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
or they can extend for 10 more. So they could easily have the rights to Raw for 20 years.
Yeah, it's
Nick,
insane.
it's big. And then Nick Khan was on the Pat McAfee show and was kind of trying to, I feel like, clarify some of the concerns that people had, because in the initial press release, it did not say that Raw would be staying on Monday. It didn't say if it would be commercial free or not commercial free. It didn't say if it would be staying 3 hours,
Mm-hmm.
or if it would be going down to 2. And he said that the plan is to keep it as it is and keep it on Monday. But of course, this isn't happening for, almost another year. And then their deal with USA ends in like October or something. So they're going to have to find a home for the end of the year, because then their deal with Netflix doesn't start until January. So that's going to be an interesting situation to watch. But um I don't know how to feel about this, and we were kind of talking about it. Like, I don't know if this is a good thing. I don't know if it's a bad thing. I don't know if I love it. I don't know if I hate it. I don't know if it's just, I think maybe we just don't have enough details. Um as it is, because this is like the first time that a show like this is going to be going to Netflix, because for the most part, any shows that are on Netflix are not live. They're like series programs that, you can binge watch in 2 days if you want, because they'll release the entire season or something.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like pretty revolutionary, I guess, but it doesn't surprise me, since WWE had the WWE network before anybody else did that. So it's like that's very on par for them. But as far as like my initial reaction to it, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how to feel.
I have a lot of different thoughts. I like it because they're getting on board with Xing out cable and moving all over to streaming services. There's this better avenue there. It's different. It is going to be weird with a Netflix live show. We haven't seen that before. But my biggest concern is, what are you going to do with Peacock and, that whole library of content you got? I mean, I heard that SmackDown is probably going to go there at some point.
Maybe.
So, in that case, then my question's null and void. But if you're Netflix, like, what are you trying to do with this? My initial thoughts when I first heard about it, because I was at work, and it's big news when you have your dad and coworkers talking to you about WWE and
Mhm.
asking you like what's going on. So I knew it was a big news there. I obviously, being at work today, I didn't get to read all of it until I got home and started part 2. So my initial thoughts were, oh, this is for reality shows and for like more of the, love in WWE, Bianca Belair,
Well, that's
Tez
on
type
Hulu
stuff.
though.
And it is on Hulu, but I
So,
thought it's good, which is another different thing. They're on freaking Hulu, so they're big. That's a whole other topic. Let's stay on track. Um, I thought that was the route they were going to go with this, to try to reach a wider audience, of people who, maybe have a brother, sister, friend, spouse, whatever, that likes it, but they like reality TV. It's the best of both worlds. And it would be more of a in the life of type of thing, where you're doing more content like that. When I found out it was like Raw and it was, the actual product, I'm very interested to see how this goes. Because now does that mean you do tape stuff? Are you going all live? Like, are you gonna try to mimic like a Lucha Underground type of broadcast? I'm fascinated.
Well, because it also said that they'll be doing documentaries. So that is a
And
part of that, which I think that's great too. But I
too.
question it too. Like, is it going to be live for everybody? So like right now I watch live with you guys on the East Coast. Does that mean that if it's on Netflix, can I watch it at the same time as everybody else, or do I have to wait? You know what I mean? Like, that's a question. And that it is like, how much of the WWE content is going to be available on Netflix? Is it going to be only Raw? Like, are you only going to put WWE Raw past shows on there? Is it going to be the entire library? Like, that is something that I think is confusing too. I feel like the smartest move would have been to do something with NBC if you planned on staying with Peacock, but I would assume they weren't going to pay them anywhere near the amount of money that they're going to
No.
make with Netflix, and that's probably why. But yeah, I feel like the news is fresh, so it's kind of like a lot to try and take in and to try to decipher, and we just don't have enough details right now, and they probably don't even have them all ironed out either, because it's not something that happens for another year. So